Hey Farm Fam! Today I'm making something new for dinner and I just wanted to record it. So I've had both of these things before and for some reason in my mind it sounds like a good idea to mix the two things together, so let's get to it. I'm gonna be making a crock pot meal. I'm gonna call it, what should I call it? Mississippi beef stew. That's what I'll call it because it's a mixture between Mississippi pot roast and beef stew. I wanted beef stew, but I love the taste of Mississippi pot roast. It just has so much flavor. So I'm gonna try to mix the two things together and see if it tastes like how I think it will taste, or how I want it to taste, I should say. So to start, you're going to need some meat. I went with 2.5 pounds of stew meat. You can do a chuck roast like you would for a pot roast, or you could do stew meat, but since I want it to be more like a beef stew, I'm going to use the stew meat. You're going to need pepperocinis, carrots. You can use baby carrots so that you don't have to do all the work. I'm just going to clean and cut these carrots. You can dice them or you can cut them into small, like baby carrots almost. You're gonna need 1.5 pounds of potatoes. You can use any kind of potatoes. Red potatoes might be a little bit better. I decided to go with these. That way I can use the rest of the potatoes for something else another time. I don't know if this is 1.5 pounds. I got a 5-pound bag, but we're just gonna go with this much. I'm gonna clean these and cut them into 4s probably. You're gonna need some flour, frozen peas, and I'm also gonna do frozen green beans. That's totally up to you, whatever you like in your pot roast. Sorry. Tomato paste, you're gonna need 6 ounces. That's something that you would typically put in a beef stew. I don't know how it'll taste in my mixture, but we'll see. Some ranch dressing seasoning packet, just 1 packet. It is 1 ounce. And you're gonna need some au jus gravy mix as well, but I could not find that anywhere, so hopefully this will be good enough. I hope. It is just a Crockpot pot roast seasoning mix. You can get any brand, it doesn't matter the brand. Hopefully this tastes how I want it to taste. I feel like I'm not sure. It's just something I have in my head, so we'll see. And then you're gonna need 1/2 stick of butter. And I'm also not gonna do my typical seasonings that I would do for a beef stew, because in the Mississippi pot roast, typically you only use those 2 seasoning packets and butter and your pepperocinis. So I'm just gonna go with that as my flavoring because that's the kind of flavor that I'm looking for in the beef stew. Hopefully it works. If not, near the end, if I taste it and it tastes off, then I'll add some more seasonings in. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean and cut those vegetables and throw everything into the crock pot. Potatoes. I have such a small crock pot, this might not even fit. Carrots. Whew, these onions are making me cry. Onions. Now the meat. And then I'm gonna wash my hands because I hate touching meat. Ugh. And you know, it didn't even occur to me that this might already be a thing. Somebody might have already thought of this before me, because seriously, Mississippi pot roast is so good and so flavorful. Tomato paste. There's no room in this crock pot. Do you see how full this is? I hope the lid goes on. Then I'm gonna add maybe 5 pepperocinis. No, I knew that was gonna happen. Alright, I'm gonna add 5 pepperocinis. And make sure you wash your hands after you touch the meat so that you're not touching a bunch of stuff with raw meat. Alright. Maybe I'll pour a little juice in here because why not? Of course it's making a mess. Favorite thing about cooking. Making a mess. Oh no! I forgot about the peas and the green beans. Oh man, how are those gonna fit? Okay, well we might not be able to add those. Alright. Ranch packet seasoning. I'm just gonna pour over everything. Darn, I'm so sad. This is not what I intended at all. And I decided I'm not gonna do flour because I would do that for beef stew to kind of thicken it because we're gonna put some broth in there. But I'm thinking maybe these packets of seasonings might do what the flour would do. I don't know. We're just really winging it right now of something that I feel like sounds really good. I'm kind of just covering the meat with it. Using it like I would the flour. Who knows? You know, I don't know what I'm doing. No one said I was a chef. I just like making things. Then you're gonna add about 28 ounces of beef broth. I'm just gonna try. Nope, I'm already making a mess. I'm gonna try to pour it in the crevices. This really isn't gonna take up a lot of room because it's just going to fill up all the holes in between the veggies and meat and all that. And you're just gonna add the butter stick to the top. And it's gonna melt and get in all, make it buttery goodness. And typically you're going to add the peas or green beans or whatever else you have for vegetables for your beef stew. You're going to add that into the last 20 minutes or so, but don't think it's gonna fit. If you have a bigger crock pot and can do that, just wait until like the last 15 or 20 minutes or so and add that in, and then put the lid back on and let it finish cooking for the last little bit. And then there you go. So we're gonna cook this on high because I don't have enough time, but probably you want to do low for about 8 hours or so. I'm gonna do high for 4 to 6 hours. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. This is really just, I just had a spur of the moment thing, but I wanted to do this. Now I'm really interested to see if this is something that anybody else has done because it sounds really good in my head. Wait, I can't forget. So my husband's family, they typically do a tradition with their pot roast, and since this is kind of a pot roast, I can't forget the tradition. So normally, we might have to move this butter out of the way a little bit. Normally they'll take some onions and make a face, but I'm kind of out of room, so let's see what I could do. This is gonna be an interesting face. Ugh, I'm gonna have to wash my hands again. Don't judge my face. Do you guys have any traditions that are kind of quirky when it comes to food? Or maybe, not like this, but I also have some traditions, like certain foods, we would have certain things with it. And that was kind of what we'd have every time we'd have that food, or certain drinks with certain foods, or just anything quirky. You guys have to see this face. Sorry, I had to wash my hands first. Look at this face. Does it look like a face? I don't know. I did it wrong. I think they normally do like the round spiral parts. I don't know, but I tried. And I'm trying to continue the tradition, but I'll get better at it, I promise. It's been about 4.5 hours-ish, and David's almost home. I went ahead and put peas and green beans into the crock pot. Everything cooked down enough for me to be able to fit it. It looks really good. I had to go ahead and put some seasonings. I did like some black pepper, salt, not a lot of salt, onion powder, garlic powder, thyme. I think that's it. It doesn't taste like what I wanted it to taste like. I think I'll have to see more once I get a lot in a bowl and eat it that way, but it just tasted like beef stew to me, but I wanted it to taste like the Mississippi pot roast. That's okay though. It's still good. Hopefully it'll taste even better in the bowl, but maybe next time I'll do 1 can of broth compared to 2. Maybe that will enhance the flavor of the seasoning packets and things more. Who knows? I don't know. I guess that I'm just winging it, but it still tasted good when I taste tested it. And I'm just making some cornbread to go along with it. I'm trying a new recipe for that as well. I saw a video on YouTube of someone doing it, and I decided I would try that instead of just box cornbread mix. So, but we're gonna get David's reaction when he comes in. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot those were outside. Man, it smells good. What does it smell like?
Dirty rice or hot roast? Or... I could tell it's in a slow cooker. It smell.
How can you tell that?
Like it just has that like it's been going aroma. I smelled it before I opened the door.
What?
So, I'm about to try it. She said, like a beef stew pot roast is what she was trying to go for. I love potatoes. I feel like we should try to grow
potatoes? We should.
Good potato. Yeah. I don't know how I'm supposed to eat the pepperocini. I think I'm gonna go like this. That's good. I think I might just break it apart so I can get different bites. Now, I need some meat. Let's see. Some meat, green bean, onion, peas. The onion wants to keep falling off. Onion and a piece of pepperocini.
ASMR.
That is good.
That's good. I'm glad you like it.
I didn't get carrot in the last one.
Oh my gosh, it's okay.
Hold on. A couple peas, a pepperocini, a carrot, green bean, meat.
I don't think you have enough spoon.
Onion. I think I got everything this time. Mm-hmm. Cheers. That's how we do it. Mm-hmm. You guys like your cornbread sweet? I do.
Tell all
Thank you
your
for dinner.
friends. You're welcome.
Well, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you're having for dinner tonight. What else? Eat healthy. And slow cookers. I don't know if that's gonna be on there or not.
No.
It's a cut. I don't know if that's supposed to be on there. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
Tell all your friends.